This is a karmic twist of destiny. We are entering a portal. There is an opening into an accelerated moment of change, of unknown, of entering and surrendering into the flow of life. Here, I'm your cosmic translator to assist you in navigating the energy of March and April 2025. This is a moment of accelerated soul growth if you choose to align with this energy. I want to bring you practical information so that you can navigate the timeline, and I want to give you some tools and things to think about so that you are not overwhelmed by what is happening. These next 2 months are kind of a big deal in our 2025 journey. So I want to equip you with the information so that you can handle the flow of energy. So you are going to need to be very, very in touch with your body, your soul, your mind, your emotions, your feelings, because this is all about growth and change, and there's no way to stop this. We are already on the train of 2025, and it's about transformation. It's about stepping up. It is about empowering yourself to become who you came here to be. So I'm going to go over the major themes of the next 2 months so you can get the dates, the timelines, and the themes. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for commenting. Please share your comments, how you're feeling during this time. I love to hear from you. The portal is opening with this Pisces New Moon, February 27th, 28th. And this new moon is really the opening of the portal because it opens our eclipse season. We will have the next 6 weeks of eclipse season, and it will reverberate for the next 6 months. So eclipse season is always a time of change, of unexpected twists in fate and destiny. It is a moment of being in the void between worlds as we move from one state of being to the other. Usually it's a time of karmic, destined encounters, situations that you could not have imagined are happening. So it's important to understand that we are all in this process of metamorphosis. Eclipses bring accelerated growth. So they highlight where you are resisting your evolutionary growth. That's why they can be shocking. They can bring sudden illuminations, downloads, cosmic understanding, deep knowing or feeling of what to do. Know that during this time, it's like we're crossing the desert, trying to find the breadcrumbs and the information that we need in order to step into our next level of evolution. The Pisces New Moon. The reason this Pisces New Moon is such a big deal is because the nodes of the moon are currently North Node Pisces, destiny point is Pisces energy, and our collective South Node, our releasing, letting go, is in Virgo. They are opposites of the same spectrum. So when we have this new moon, it is a rebirthing energy. It is a planting of seeds, of intentions for this eclipse journey and for the next 6-month journey. Pisces, briefly, is the energy of the ending. It is the bridge between the unconscious and the conscious. It is divinity, it is the mystic. It is the mysterious. It is beyond the veil. It is our subconscious, our dream world. It is our fantasies, our illusion, our confusion, ruled by Neptune. It is about our spiritual expansion. It is about using our creativity. It is about deep, unconditional love, tapping into Christ consciousness, tapping into the love that you are. And it is about dissolving boundaries and barriers. Pisces shadow can lose itself in the other, can lose itself not knowing where the boundaries are, losing itself in escapism, in addiction, in sadomasochist behavior, self-sabotage. It is a energy of suffering, the victim mentality. All these are shadow realms. So crisis of consciousness. This is asking us to step up in our relationship to all these themes. This new moon is square Jupiter in Gemini. So there's a tension between how we're expanding, how we're opening our mind, how we're communicating. The ruler of this new moon is Neptune. It is currently conjunct the North Node. So this is destiny and fate. We are being pushed, like it or not, ready or not, we are evolving. I know that it's hard to navigate this energy, and the way that we handle this energy is we surrender into the flow, accepting that we do not have control of what is happening and what will transpire over the next 2 months, which will reverberate into our 6 months into 2025. We don't have control. However, we do have control over how we deal and handle the energetics. So this is very important time for you to take care of your health and well-being. Sleep, diet, exercise, nature, time alone. You want to spend time in solitude. You want to spend time feeling deeply into your emotional world. The emotions keep us in touch with how we are actually doing and allows us the cathartic release. This is a heightened emotional time. So what do we need to release and let go so we can make space for the new? This entire 2-month journey, we are moving back and forth and back and forth. The duality flowing between the past and the future, and the end and the beginning. So how can we plant those new seeds and allow ourselves to release? Not an easy energy to navigate. We need to flow. We need to allow. We need to accept. We need to let go. We need to face our fears and our traumas. Going into the cavern that we fear will bring us the treasure that we most desperately seek. This new moon is in the channel of community. This is about family alchemy. Where do you belong? Who is your community? However, as we move into the future, it's about you being yourself in alignment with your inner authority, your inner guide, your intuition, your deep alchemical knowing, your intuitive gifts, your higher self connection. When you align with yourself, you attract your tribe, you attract your community. So we don't want to be compromising in situations of relating where we are not being authentic. The shadow is weakness. So we are not allowing ourselves to be who we are. We come across as not having power. It's about how can we each have individual power, unity through diversity. How can we see that we are all equal puzzle pieces in this grand geometry, this tapestry of the cosmos? Relationship rebirth is the theme of Venus Retrograde, happening March 1st to April 12th, from 10 degrees of Aries into 27 degrees of Pisces. Again, it's about the Pisces and Aries beginning. The end is the beginning. So this Venus retrograde is a big deal. We have this every 2 years. And this year it's particularly potent because it's passing over those eclipse points, and it's passing over where we're having major planetary shifts. So that means that we're having a super high concentration of focus on your natal chart at the end of Pisces and the beginning of Aries. We currently have a lot of energy in Pisces. So we are rebirthing and creating a new vision of how we relate in the world. Venus is the planet of love, of value, how we give and receive love to ourselves and to others, how we take care of our finances, our relationship to money, our relationship to our body, to beauty, to the natural world. It's the energy of the feminine, embracing the feminine power that each of us have regardless of gender. The last couple years, as we have had the South Node in Libra and the North Node in Aries, we were learning how to let go of karmic, toxic, codependent relationship patterns. So we have done deep work collectively and individually over the last couple years on these themes. And now we are moving into reimagining, re-envisioning, recreating what our vision is for the future of relating. So this is a time for us to review our relationship with ourself, our relationship with love. Is our heart closed, or are we opening our heart to loving, to being the love that we so desire? This is about self-worth. This is about what do you value now? It has changed. So during this portal of time, March 1st to April 12th, we're reviewing what do we value now? Where do we want to put our energy, attention, and love? What deserves your attention, value, and love? Who deserves to be in your intimate world? Because we can only relate intimately to a certain amount of people. So we need to be sure these are our people. This is about tapping into your heart energy, healing your wounded heart, and loving yourself enough to choose yourself first, to let go of what blocks you from any subconscious self-sabotaging behaviors. This is going to highlight where you treat yourself badly, where you treat other people badly, perhaps because your heart is protected. This is about healing your relationship with money. This is a perfect time to heal any money traumas, ancestral money traumas. This is about reviewing your finances. What do you value now? It's about upgrading. It's about stepping up. So during this time, it's all about this deep dive into the heart. This is about choosing ourselves first and viewing that as not selfish, but as self-loving. When we love and treat ourselves the way we want to be treated, we teach other people how to treat us. And when we do that work for ourselves, when we give ourselves that love and attention and care, then we don't need the other to validate us. We don't need these codependent dynamics in love. We can simply enjoy the other person and share our love and allow ourselves to receive the love that they want and choose to give us. Eclipse season. The portal opens with this new moon and closes with the full moon in Libra. So we are going deep into the portal of transformation, accelerated growth, the desert between worlds, one state of being to the other. Expect the unexpected. All kinds of things could happen, and we need to be patient. We need to ground ourselves. We need to do our deep inner work. We need to do our practices, body, somatic, yoga, physical activity, nature. Get into nature. It's so grounding. Go to the ocean. Watch the ocean. Allows you to relax. We need to be doing our meditations. This is a heightened time of tapping into the other realms. This is about developing your extrasensory abilities, your ESP, your psychic abilities, because the veils are thinner. So with these eclipses, we have a total lunar eclipse on the South Node, March 14th, and that's at 23, 24 degrees of Virgo. So that is about releasing and letting go. It will highlight all the low-end Virgo energy we need to release and let go. So letting go of overthinking, being too reliant on our mind. It's about dropping into your body, into feeling how you are actually feeling. This is about letting go of overanalyzing, mental loops, judgment, perfectionism, being overly self-critical, being overly self-sabotaging, never being enough. This is about letting go of thinking that you're not enough. Overgiving. This is a massive theme. We need to be having better boundaries. So this is about learning to have a boundary that protects yourself and allows you to give only what you can, so you are not depleting your own energy. Letting go of guilt. There could be crisis energy coming up. There could be healing crisis coming up. This is an excellent time to focus on healing. The Virgo Pisces axis, antidote to suffering, because this is an axis of deep suffering, mental suffering, physical suffering, emotional suffering. And this is about accepting that when we serve the other, when we serve the collective, it's an antidote to our own suffering. When we focus outside of ourselves in purifying, in cleansing, in grounding ourselves on the earth and being practically of service, of using our highly intellectual minds, our critical eye to the service of another, to the service of a group. This can help alleviate our own suffering. And we have a partial solar eclipse with the North Node. So this is what we're moving towards. March 29th at 9 degrees of Aries. This is very important because this is the last Aries Libra eclipse in the series of eclipses that was over the last 18 months. So Aries is a very heightened point in our astrological wheel because we are learning about courageous self-actualizing, pursuing our deep desires. This is about having the courage to be yourself, to go after the things that you love and you feel drawn to. It's about protection. It's about containment. It is about healing the divine masculine, the warrior energy. It is about fighting and pursuing what we most desire in life. So this is a heightened conclusion. This is a deep ending to the last 18-month journey of eclipses. So this is a powerful moment to work with Aries energy. Then we have Mercury retrograde coming in March 15th to April 7th. And this is from 9 degrees of Aries to 26 degrees of Pisces. Did you hear that? 9 degrees of Aries, where we are having that eclipse on March 29th. So as we are starting this Mercury retrograde on March 15th, so at that point, that's an important piece of the puzzle. This Mercury retrograde is obviously by design, helping us to work on what we think, what we believe, and how we communicate, and how we move through the world. Mercury is our intellectual mind. And when we go into retrograde, we are reviewing the way we think, the way we communicate, how we work with our intellect. It's also about travel. It's also about technology. So how we communicate with technology. So interestingly, we'll be moving between the themes of Aries and Pisces. Again, the whole year is marked between this Aries-Pisces dance, the end, the beginning, the end, the beginning. Letting go, releasing, preparing for the new, and allowing ourselves to flow and also reassess what's important to us. Because Mercury, we want to know what is important to us. During the Mercury retrograde, we're going internal. All retrogrades, we're going on an internal excavation journey of how do we believe? How do we feel? How do we think? How do we communicate? How do we use technology? How do we travel through the world? Could be delays, technological breakdowns, miscommunications. Give yourself the grace and the time to allow for confusion to happen. This is sure to be a very exciting 2 months. There will be no end to the stimulation and the excitement, and also potentially the anxiety, the fear, the overwhelm. So right now we have a very active Mercury. Mercury in Pisces. Mercury in Pisces is a bit all over the place. So our mind is all over the place. We're thinking of spiritual, esoteric matters. We're thinking about who am I versus who is the other, the boundaries, the limits. We're thinking about creativity, imagination, dreaming. We're in this dreamy portal. And so between now and the beginning of March, Mercury is highly active, moving over the north node of our destiny, Saturn, the ruler of karma, time, limitations, maturation, and Neptune, the ruler of Pisces. So this Mercury is sort of activating all this energy all at once, which means that we could be a little bit overstimulated. It's karmic. There's destiny coming through with that north node. We're being pushed by the universe, by our higher selves, by our deeper knowing to step into our destiny. We're being shown where our mind has limitations. How do we need to structure, and how can we mature in the way that we think, the way that we communicate? And this is also, Neptune it's a beautiful time for tapping into spiritual pursuits, meditation, creative self-expression. It's a heightened moment of a lot of all over the place energy. So just allowing that to flow will help you to relax into this moment instead of fighting the flow. Guys, this is a heightened moment of accelerated growth and change. The next 2 months are pivotal on our 2025 journey. So you want to be taking very good care of your health and well-being. You want to say no when you're too tired to going out or connecting with people. You want to say yes to what you need health-wise, what you need to eat. If you need to sleep more, if you feel bad in your body, rest. Listen to your body. Your body holds impeccable wisdom about what you need. Take time to check in with your energy levels. Pisces season and Pisces energy is the ending of the entire astrological year, which means we are exhausted. We have been on a 12-month journey, and we will be moving into that spring equinox, that 0 degree of Aries, on March 19th. So until March 19th, we really are in the ending. So we're kind of in conclusion of what we've been working on this last year. So know that if you feel physical symptoms in your body, if you feel crappy, if you feel anxious, if you feel freaked out, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel sad, if you feel emotional, whatever you feel is okay. You are not necessarily flying off the handles. You are in the process of metamorphosis. It is not comfortable to transform. It is not comfortable for change. However, we are alive at this time because we wanted this growth and change and evolution. And so the best thing you can do is surrender into the flow of your life. Allow things to come to you. It's not about you going and making things happen and trying to control. It's about recognizing, discerning what you need to know, and pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the signs, the symbols that are showing you the way towards your destiny. Over these next 2 months, I will be sharing content, tools, meditations, ways that you can tap into grounding yourself and connecting to the higher realms, doing your deep work on yourself, and helping you support and relax your nervous system, because self-love is learning how to navigate regulating your nervous system, calming your emotional instability, and understanding that everything is okay and is perfect just as it is. Accepting who you are is an essential part to your evolution. So please do pay attention, because I will be sharing gifts, tools. Potentially, I will even be doing a live to support you with some tips and tools to navigate this very intense moment in our collective evolution. And I also want to say that I support people individually by doing personal readings where I help them to deeper understand what they need to know at this moment to align and step into embodying who they actually are in the world, so that they're not fighting against themselves, so they're not struggling with their understanding of who they are, and so they can step into their power, so they can become the person that they are here to be. Because each one of us has a gift, has something to share with the world, and we are all collectively in a process of mass awakening. We are all collectively stepping into a higher version of ourselves, tapping into our extrasensory perceptions, our connection with the divine, our deeper, higher knowingness, our intuitive gifts, listening to our inner authority. And so if you need support, I do one-on-one consultations so we can dive deep into the energetics of you. And I also have a mentorship where I work more intimately to help you embody those parts of you that you are slightly out of touch with or need help and support, because I know energetically sometimes it's very hard to do this work on your own. I have 30 years of experience working with energy and consciousness expansion, and my gift as a mental projector is to guide you to yourself, your higher wisdom, your health, your healing, your embodiment of the brilliant, magnificent soul that you came in to be. So reach out if you want some extra support during these next months. And also, please do join my mailing list for regular updates on the energetics so you can better navigate. When we know how the astral weather and the cosmos are behaving, we can better align with how we can handle the energies. Sending you so much love. Beijinhos from Madeira Island.